We're already in school.
September. We go back to school on my birthday, September the 9th, which is a nightmare. So,
Oh, happy
couldn't wait to
birthday. Here's
start.
another school year.
The greatest present of all, right there. So I can't really do anything. So we'd have to do it the Sunday before, obviously, and hopefully we can go to, like a restaurant and see, like, they've got a new Marvel film coming out in September, so I'd probably like to see that as well. So
Oh, yeah, that'd be
yeah, that's
cool.
quite cool.
What are your struggles just knowing going in forward for this next school year?
I've got a new tutor who I don't 100% get on with. Like, I don't really have a relationship with him. He's quite like a strict one, so he's just going to be like kind of trying to fit in and all that, and like it's just kind of like getting involved and just kind of to deal with stuff, and because
Hmm.
it's like school and all that. So I've just got to, you know, start. It's just a no, new term, and but luckily I've got most of my friends with me, which is good. There's only like one or two changes, which is good. We've just got a different tutor now, so
Yeah. Well, hopefully you and that tutor can work things out and
yeah.
get along.
I have a feeling by the end of the year we will be on good terms. It's just because like they kind of joined in the 2019-2020 year, and then last year like we were all over the place, and because they only teach like a subject, I don't really know them that well. But hopefully by the end of the year I can at least have a respect, and he can be hopefully somewhat decent for me, which is the aim.
Yeah. Yeah. I think you guys will get along by the end of the year. I hope so, at least.
If we do, I'll make you the guy who predicted it.
All right.
That'd be great and all. So yeah,
That'll be lovely.
is it is it like other stuff you wanted to go into? Like, do you have like other stuff you like asked?
So I know you mentioned you did earlier that that COVID kind of messed this that last year up, and then it just kind of made like staying
Yeah,
inside all
I
the
can
time.
I can talk a bit about that. Just talk about this school year. Had to we've had to move buildings 5 different times because we had a new build that was delayed due to COVID. It was supposed to be done October 2020. Of course, they moved it back to May 2021. So we were here, there, and everywhere, literally, and so we were never like truly settled anywhere.
Yeah.
We get to a place as soon as we're starting to like it, it's like pack out, we're going to the next one. And at one point, we were literally in a principal's office,
Oh my
like
goodness.
nightmare because there was like some kids in and some kids weren't, and there was online school at one point. It was a nightmare year. It was even worse than the 2020 year because the 2020 year was like, okay, half the year we're here, then you're online for the rest of the year. But there it was like, oh, so you're in school. Now you're not in school. Now you're online school. Now you're somewhere else. Now you're somewhere else. Now you're going back online. Now you're back to a place you were at in the beginning. And it's not nightmare.
So there's just no way to get comfortable because you're always moving.
Yeah, but luckily we're in a building now, which at least we're in a permanent place.
Yeah, that's nice.
It's just ridiculous. It's insane. But yeah, going into how COVID affected me, at first I was like, March, I didn't hate it. Like, I'm not going to go on and say, like, oh, COVID was horrible for me because there's so many people who lost, like, loved ones and stuff and
Hmm.
had really horrible stuff. And I was so fortunate that pretty much haven't lost anyone to the virus, which was fantastic. But it wasn't good for anyone, you know. And I hated in the UK we had the first big lockdown from like March to August, and then they had like a second lockdown, but we could like still go to school. But the worst lockdown was the third one from January to March. It was like, oh, I thought we're done with this, but no, it came back and it was probably the worst one because like, oh, here we go again. Because I was done with COVID. You know, the first one, I lived through it. I was like, but no, it's come back. But luckily now in the UK, the vaccines rolled out and all that. And luckily,
I know, fortunately.
hope, hopefully there won't be another lockdown.
Yeah, I hope so
But
too.
you never know with how this was gone.
Hmm. Time will tell, I guess.
I feel like I've jinxed it now. In 2 weeks now, the cases are just like are going to go up, and it's like, oh, another lockdown.
Yeah, that's gonna suck if there's another.
COVID was quite good in like some spot point because I started my podcast Disney Ranked. It's a film review show, and it's on like Spotify and stuff as well. Which I probably should have mentioned it, but I put the episodes on the channel. I've got an episode coming out in a couple days, and it's basically just like a film review show. And I do it with Amber, someone I met during lockdown. I probably wouldn't have met her if I wasn't kind of in lockdown. And she's in America, so like there's like a 5 hour difference between us. So it's like every week trying to work out a day where we're not busy trying to do a time. It's a nightmare.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I'm yeah, I'm so sorry that I've had to make you wake up like quite early and stuff to do this. Just to hear me go on about my blooming cloud theory.
Oh yeah, no, you're good. I used to get up early a
But
lot, so we're good.
yeah, I do too, but because it's a holiday now, kind of got into the schedule of like waking up at 8, 9 o'clock, and it's not awful, but like
Yeah.
I could be getting up earlier, but I got up at 5:30 today to go to a gym that I'd never went to. So
Okay.
yeah,
That's actually
it's
a good point you
crazy.
bring up. So I know with earlier you're mentioning that when you're not productive, it takes a toll on you. When you sleep in, um, does that make you feel the same?
Kind of, yeah. 'Cause it's like there was one day I woke up at 11 o'clock, and I was quite upset about it because it was like all those hours I'm putting less hours into the day. And I cool. These days, because it's the holidays and all that, I don't kind of go to bed till like 1 a.m., 2 a.m. kind of thing. I
Yeah.
can I officially go to bed at like 10, but like I kind of don't really fall asleep and go to properly to bed until like 3, 4, but which is quite bad. But you know, I'm still up for like 8 or 9, so it's fine.
Yeah, for sure. What about, is there anything else going on in your life that's kind of main that you've been struggling with?
Um, not really. Like, I feel like I'm in a pretty good place. Like a few weeks ago, I was just feeling really down because I just was in the same cycle, doing the same thing over and over again. And because like my dad was working quite a lot, we couldn't really go places. But now we're actually doing stuff, and we've got the wedding on Sunday and a lot going on. So yeah, it's been quite like a stressful time for my mother, especially, but for all of us, kind of
Yeah.
getting prepared. And there's so much that goes into a wedding.
Oh, for sure. There's a lot.
So it's literally just two people saying that they will marry each other, but there's so much that goes into it, isn't mental.
Hmm.
Yeah, and I've actually got five animals. I've got four cats and a dog, which I thought I'd better mention. So, and I've got kind of an interesting story of how they all came to be. So, we got my sister got a cat when we first moved in back in 2017, and I it was a female one, and I was jealous. I wanted my own, so we got a male cat, and we were told that they were neutered, but they weren't. And little,
Oh,
our female cat got pregnant and had like three children, and then we kind of kept two of the children because one of them almost died, and so that's how we ended up with four cats. And the children have had their own litters and stuff, but it's been okay for them because but they're all neutered now. And I've also got a dog who I used to be like terrified of dogs. That used to be one of my struggles, but we kind of had I had to kind of experience having a dog to kind of get through that.
yeah. When
Yeah,
did you get
so
the dog?
August 2020, so about a year now.
Oh, so just recently. What were before when you were afraid of dogs? What were kind of your fears seeing them?
I don't know when I was like two, one like bit me, I think, and I just haven't liked them since. And I just they're like jumpy and stuff, and I've just heard stories about like some dogs, but I'm good now with dogs, and I had to like actually face the fear and deal with it, and now I'm good, so that's good.
Yeah. Well, speaking of fears, what are some of your general fears?
Um, that's a hard one. Probably, probably, probably like my kind of worst nightmare, like waking up and everyone's forgot who I am. Like that's probably it's not really a realistic fear, but that's kind of like the worst case scenario for me. Just like waking up, my whole life has been erased.
Yeah, just kind of, and that's with the
Yeah,
sense that people are still there. They just completely forgot who you are.
yeah. Well, I'm not scared of like spiders or any of that crap anymore. But but no, I don't really have any main fears.
Hmm. Oh yeah, that's interesting. Here's something fun I want to do. Because I saw in one of your videos you did like this little rap. You want to rap?
Oh my god,
Are you ready for this?
bloody hell! I've been put on the spot here. Bloody hell! It's gonna be awful. Just to let everyone know.
It's okay. Go
Um,
for it.
don't open doors. The mother snores. I've sent her into an earthquake bores. Super awful, super darn. Kicked her into a house she's torn. Oh, there's a fawn. There's a bush, a blackberry bush. Oh, I've got a blackberry phone. I'm in the zone. I'm writing my lyrics. I'm spitting them zone. Oh, super cool. I'm on a podcast. Yo, YouTube. Subscribe to me. No type of content, mature and honest. Yo.
Yo, that's how you freestyle.
That was awful.
Hey, that's
But
cool. That was so
you,
random of
you,
me. I was just like, hey.
you did it sound somewhat alright?
Yeah, I mean, you went with it, and that's what matters, you know?
You could have told me. No.
Uh, we got a good laugh out of it, so I don't know.
Yeah, I'm all for freestyle. I spend like a good few hours on my lyrics.
Yeah,
But I have done like freestyles at school before. They just told me rap, and I just start rapping about complete rubbish. But
yeah. Well, cool. Is there anything else you want to add?
um, um, what else is to talk? Like plans for the future, kind of like what I want to do.
Oh yeah, let's talk about that. What are your plans for the future?
Um, I want to just kind of make sure that I'm in like kind of a good space, and I want to continue the YouTube, but kind of my big goal in life is to be somewhere in like entertainment, whether that's podcasting, whether that's radio, whether that's like comedy, or like even whether I'm like a rapper or something, which won't happen now you've heard that freestyle. Bloody hell.
Hey, I mean, it was.
Imagine I could become like Eminem in a decade or something, and they find this freestyle.
Oh, that'd be great.
Even like the crap, even the greatest rappers started from somewhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
Well,
exactly.
I can assure you, my music that I'm going to be putting out soon is going to be better than whatever the crap you heard there.
You had no preparation in this.
I had no preparation, so I just started spitting bars with my mother.
Yeah.
That's my go-to. Right. So
So the
yeah,
entertainment industry is kind of where you want to branch out
yeah,
somewhere, wherever it ends up being.
yeah. I'd love to release a book as well, just because I've got so many ridiculous stories of just stupid stuff. One of my most famous ones is that we were at this like place called Ashton Court. It's like a kind of like a park kind of, and it has a pond, right? And my parents were skiving stones. They look around 5 minutes, and I walked right into the pond. So I'm the only human being to fall into a pond.
Oh no.
I fell right into a pond. Oh, it fell.
Oh man, how deep was the pond?
Oh, it was quite deep as well. Well, I was quite small back then. I was like 7, so
Oh yeah.
luckily my dad didn't have to dive in to get me. But it's become one of my most iconic stories. I'm also responsible for every bone that's been broken in my family's house.
Oh really?
My sister broke her arm right. One time we were playing this swing game, and I just swung her too far, and she hit the floor. Because my sister over exaggerated, the parents thought, "Oh, she's overacting. She's not actually broken it." Of course she had.
And it was
my
broken.
mum, my mum broke her back because one time at 2 a.m. I woke up convinced that it was school because I saw like a light or something, and it was only 10 p.m. And then no, it was like 3 a.m. or something. And then my mum fell down the stairs because she was half asleep because we used to live with my grandparents and they had like a very steep stairs and they slept in the loft. So she fell down and
Uh,
broke her back. And then one time I was messing about on the floor and coming out of the pool, and then that when I actually liked swimming, and then because it was wet and slippery, I was like messing about and stuff with my mother, and because it was wet and slippery, she tripped on the water and broke her foot 2 weeks before we went to Disneyland. So my dad was complaining that he had a blister while my mum had broken her foot.
oh man.
So yeah, I'm I'm quite problematic with my family. Like not
And
actually, but
yeah,
the things I've done to them.
yeah. Things happen, so I wouldn't put the blame on you, you know?
Oh, this year, but this year the worst crime I've committed is of course talking during the Lion King. But another thing I did, right? So we went to France, went to this like beach place called Eurocamp. It has a man-made beach, and I blocked the filter, right? And because I was a kid, and I thought, funny thing, block the filter. And then we saw on Facebook, everyone was complaining that someone broken the filter, and we saw the next day trying to like fix it. So I committed a crime.
Like,
So I
I
was the
never did
cult.
that.
I'm technically a criminal in France. So
You know, this just kind
luckily,
of happens.
luckily they never found out. But it was what it was.
Yeah. Oh,
Mm.
okay. So I think we're coming to a close now. Like another light question. What is a food? I don't know what country. Sorry, I know you're from the UK. Which part of it?
Um, I'm in Western England. The closest like city is Bristol, but I live in a small town.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
not a London boy, so yeah, you can ask me whatever. To be honest,
Yeah. So with the dough, my podcast is called Linguini's Dough. What type of like bread or something made with dough? What's your favorite food regarding that?
oh wow, I love French sweetbread. One of the only reasons I like going to France. Yeah. Sweetbread, and it's a legendary. We don't have it here, which is a problem.
Hey, I mean you're going to France, right?
Yeah, well, potentially we've not booked yet, but we've got like because it's a nightmare. We were going to go to Spain, but with the amount of money it costs to like test, you've got to test before you leave. When you get there on day two, on day eight, and it went to like £1,000 just for the tests, and it's like it's not worth it.
Oh yeah,
So we're
no.
going to France now. So yeah, we had a
Yeah,
bit of a nightmare there, but
that food does sound awesome.
so I know you've had like guests before. What other answers have you had for like the dough question?
Oh yeah, so that it just kind of depends on the guest. Some of them um go more at it. I know my friend. Let's see. I've never actually asked that specific question to other people, but I know my friend, he's put in a couple of these phrases. He's like kneading the dough or Linguini's bakery. I don't know, just kind of dumb stuff like that. But I find it's funny.
Oh, kneading the dough, bloody hell.
I know, I love that.
I, I gave a serious answer. I could have gave like something ridiculous. My favourite thing made out of dough is my mother.
Oh gosh.
And right, I think that's where we end the episode.
Yep, I'll just do a quick little outro and then I'll just ask you to mention your YouTube again and then yeah, we'll
Yeah,
end
yeah.
it off here. Okay. All right. Thank you so much for joining us, Luis. That was really fun talking about your YouTube and just those different struggles you have in life. So yeah, moving on. Do you want to just mention your YouTube one more time?
Yeah, absolutely. Lewis Epic Content, mature and honest. It's on YouTube. It comes up. You just type in Lewis Epic Content. If you can't remember it. Then listen to Disney Ranked as well on Spotify, Anchor, and Google Podcasts. And I've got episodes coming out on YouTube of that too. So if you're into something a bit less over the top and you get the real me, 'cause kind of on podcasts is where you see like the realist you can be. Because
Yeah, go check those out.
yeah, thank you so much for having me on. I've quite enjoyed this. The blend of like YouTube and struggles, and you're a very good host. So hopefully, you said you don't get many downloads. Let's hope that changes, and
Yeah,
I'll
thank you.
definitely I'll do a video like shouting you out
Oh, really? That's awesome.
and like saying like I appeared on this podcast if you want to go check it out.
Yeah, that'd be helpful. Thanks, Lewis.
Give this guy some support. Give me some support, and yeah, this has been great. So thank you.
Yeah, it was a ton of fun, Lewis. All right, on to the next piece of dough.
都一樣的嘢的。We're now moving on to our next piece of dough.
We got to learn about the ins and outs of his YouTube channel and how it's run. All right, it was a ton of fun having Lewis on. We got to learn about the ins and outs of his YouTube channel and how it's run. We got to learn about his different struggles, from the feeling of wasting time and not achieving goals, to the pressure or the burn of burnout and the pressure of the pandemic, and some of his struggles with autism being present in his life. With all that in mind, let's take the dough from the oven and finish this episode. All right, so you can find Lewis in the description via his YouTube, which is Lewis Epic Content, Mature and Honest. It'll be in the description below. My challenge for September is just putting everything in light mode, and I'd love to have it. And I'd love to have you listeners as a guest. There'll be info to sign up in the description as well. If you're wondering what Linguini's dough is, this is where we start with dough, which is, it's a base ingredient, and we build from that, or bake from it, and we can be baking about anything. I do try to keep this dough baked at a consistent level of self-improvement, or what you're struggling with.